Xerxe. Yone will be contested in this melee matchup, so I think a lot of focus from both side lanes will go towards mid, but Astralis' teamfight is pretty clear-cut. Lots of CC, lots of frontline, lots of front-to-back. You can dive if you want to as well. Whereas Misfits has a very strong split pusher in the Xerxe. Same damage.
We'd be looking at a better performance than that, because you can't really get much worse. Like, you can't place 11 in a split with only 10 teams, but if they could somehow manage to pick up a few early wins, they could be looking at, you know, one of those lower playoff seeding spots.
Would be impressive if they finished 11th, but Irrelevant might have kill pressure here. He has Ghost if he wants to pop it, Chachi.
Oh, flash was too late from Chachi. Hook's going to come down here as Xerxe looks down towards the bottom side. Ignite taking onto Kobbe. Mersa trying to step forward. Doesn't have the flash, doesn't really have anywhere to go. The thick skin, a possibility. JeongHoon looking for the hook once again. 1 second before it's back up. Here it goes. Pulled back Mersa into the waiting arms of Kobbe. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Dayor's trading with Vetheo. The Kingslayer will heal him up. Dajor looking for the knock up here as well. Soul Unbound goes forward. Vetheo flashes away.
A lot of fighting all around the map in the same couple seconds there. When the camera panned bot, I think
Dajor TP'd back as well, but does have a flash advantage.
Does indeed. It's Irrelevant level 6 now.
He's ghosting in here as well. Knows Chachi doesn't have flash. The Empower hitting him with a lamppost over and over again. Vizicsasci knows he's dead, goes back, will use the zombie passage to try and clear out some of these.
Definitely wasn't a good death. I mean, he didn't really achieve much with the wave. He should be able to catch it in time though, but the problem is this Xerxe is now sitting at 2-0. Will rush towards the Sunder, and it's not like the matchup gets any better for the Sion.
There's already 1,000 gold behind in that bottom lane. Shlatan waiting around here. JeongHoon looking for the hook. Gonna get caught up with the last embrace as well. Abyssal Voyage for the follow-up, and JeongHoon just too deep. Neon takes him out. Misfits have been brought to life.
Mid lane is probably where he's going to put his focus when he hits that level 6. Shlatan's going to walk into Xerxe's blue buff here. Down a level, we'll see what he can get done. Has access to his ultimate. JeongHoon looks for the hook, does miss.
Xerxe going in, there's the root coming in as well as Kobbe comes forward with the Predator. Abyssal Voyage for JeongHoon will fall. Mersa now on the wrong side of the fight, though it is a 4v3 in favor of Misfits. Mersa trying to walk away from this one, but the rest of his team have abandoned him, and the thick skin can only save him for so long. Knocked up, Dajor on the board.
Okay, so the invade kind of works there. You sacrifice one, but I think Misfits the real winners there. But Shlatan had to use his flash. Dajor still has access to the ultimate. Vetheo as well. Could take it away if he wants to, but now Xerxe is coming through lane. Imagine the wave's not in a great state, and Kobbe just flash.
He knows Neon doesn't have flash, so he flashes forward, tries to keep him in place. So much damage from the Primordial Burst, and the Decimating Smash has been used. JeongHoon now out of the lane, looking for the stun. Vetheo going back in with the Kingslayer down, flashes away, and Irrelevant's down to answer 1-for-1. JeongHoon's going to try and get away from this one. Doesn't have much in the terms of escape tools, but Irrelevant will leave him to escape back.
A montage in the top lane because the Sion is just going to get absolutely demolished. Chachi just sitting on 2 Ruby Crystals right now. Xerxe is going to start up the Herald. Irrelevant should spot it out. JeongHoon is around, but the rest of Misfits are collapsing in.
And Neon and Mersa down towards the bottom side. Misfits should give this one up if they fight
Surely, right?
They don't know where the enemy bot lane is. Now they realize JeongHoon is in the area, and Irrelevant has stepped too far forward. Thinking he had reinforcements, he does not, because Misfits cannot back him up. Astralis get the shutdown, get the kill, and we'll get the Rift Herald to boot.
Yeah, Irrelevant getting a little bit ahead of himself there on his 3rd game on the LEC stage. Irrelevant alone on the top side of the map. A place on the map with incredibly high amount of Astralis wards. They have so much deep vision. They basically have a map hack right now. They could look for a dive if they want. Neon's trying to scout out a bit for him.
225 gold just in control wards towards the top side. Neon dodges away. The sprint and the stun will still connect. Face sealed lands on him as well, and Neon doesn't have flash. Death from below from JeongHoon is enough. He took that dodge personally.
And Kobbe will get the first tower of the game. We'll see if Misfits respond.
I think that quietness is more that Astralis haven't given him someone to fight into. You can see, like, Chachi isn't up there unless there are 3 members of Astralis up there. Dajor now here just to clear out the wave, even though Shlatan is going to join. Unstoppable Onslaught will come out from Chachi. Shlatan pops the stopwatch to try and get away from it, then flashes through, but the Cyclone's going to follow him in. Irrelevant diving onto Dajor. Already one down as Shlatan will fall. Dajor trying to escape. Irrelevant joined by 2 more members of his team. The Dawning Shadow didn't do enough to Dajor take him out. And Misfits will be able to credit to JeongHoon as well on this Pyke. He has constantly been finding Neon with these hooks. Neon forced to flash away there. As we were chatting, TP coming in from Chachi. Irrelevant didn't have his, so Chachi's going to be first to this play as Irrelevant has worked his way down towards the mid lane. Decimating Smash coming out. And Vizicsasci will keep Mersa at bay. Dragon taken first of the game for Astralis, 2nd of the game in total. Another hook onto Mersa. There's the Everfrost follow-up. Irrelevant diving in. And the damage is only onto the clone as Astralis look to reset and back away from the fight.
Okay, so
obviously one of them had to come out with a lead in this game, and this time it is Astralis who have got that slight advantage. Second Herald has been started. JeongHoon looking for it. TP coming in as well as Kobbe's going to join this fight. Family! Neon caught out of the backline, and the death from below finds its mark. JeongHoon's going to be able to get one. Irrelevant chase down towards the bottom side as Dale's looking for the damage himself. Flashes over the wall. Shlatan going to join in. Another death blow. A triple for JeongHoon. He's going to hook Vetheo back. Lands the stun as well. X marks the spot, but it doesn't quite connect as Vetheo unable to dodge away from the primordial burst.
Fight goes in favor of Astralis, and it's the rookie support of JeongHoon who just gets a triple kill on the Pyke. Maybe could have got himself the quadra, but he just mistimed it. Maybe expected a little more damage to go onto Vetheo. But that's going to crack the game wide open. Mid tower is going to fall. They're going to get themselves Herald, and Xerxe just taking the Hex portal right of damage. Of course, the lane phase was quite difficult and maybe could have been snowballed a lot harder. But now there's a TP behind Dajor. He has no flash. Xerxe has TP if he wants to match.
I mean, Dale does have the ultimate here. He's going to catch Irrelevant with it. Counter-Strike coming out as Irrelevant dives in for the stun. Counter-TP now used. Stopwatch as well. Schlatan's going to try and join this one. Maybe catch Kobbe out with the Event Horizon goes in. Sleep only onto Kobbe. Irrelevant now locked in the midst of 3 members of Astralis, and he's been left alone by the rest of his team. 1-for-1 trade so far. JeongHoon comes in, gets another. 3v4, Astralis looking to mop this one up. Shlatan, no ultimate, ignited, trying to get forward onto JeongHoon, who can pop this blast, going to get away. Won't use it yet. Xerxe dives in once again. Dale trying to heal off the minions. Meanwhile, the decoy distracts them. Xerxe low. Unstoppable onslaught against the wall, but Shlatan with the movement speed and with the swirl seed will get the chase. JeongHoon's going to get a stun. Dale has just backed away, just pushed in that top side of the map.
Yeah, it looks like Misfits coming out on top there, and we'll be able to take away the red buff, get a little bit of deep vision into Astralis' topside jungle. It all came off the back of Dajor, just kind of pushing.
Collapse on him pretty quickly. The rest of Astralis are here though, and Kobbe with the Predator could look to get in. They are going for Neon. Neon does have flash. Hook onto Mersa. JeongHoon getting out. Irrelevant looking for the flank himself. Jumps in. Double counter-strike. Double stun. Event Horizon there, but Irrelevant's going to get stunned up. The Abyssal Voyage, and there's the Everfrost as well. Irrelevant low. Able to get away. The Highlanders Mike doing so much work for him. That extra tankiness. Xerxe now joins it with the Hex Gates. Misfits stepping in. Vetheo steals away the ultimate and is looking for something with the Predator coming back out from Kobbe as Astralis trying to turn it around. Dale does have TP. He's backing in the mid lane as the Dragon now started by Misfits. Would be their second of the game. Counter TP and Dale going deep, fate sealed. An option for him. Vetheo still looking for that death from below. Dragon, ripped held, secured. Dale, face sealed onto Irrelevant is a possibility. Soul unbound, counter-strike going in. Abyssal Voyage as well could be used. Mersa trying to get the damage in. JeongHoon on the flank as well. Already one has gone. Vetheo falls. Dale jumps back into the pit. JeongHoon trying to keep Irrelevant at bay. He dives back in. He gets one. But at what cost? Irrelevant taken out by Kobbe. The Dragon as well on the menu for Astralis. Neon and Shlatan trying to trade into this beefcake that is Vizicsasci. And the water donkey is damn tanky. That's Sion unkillable. Xerxe will help Vizicsasci pick up a kill. The tongue lash dodged.
He's still alive.
And he is still alive as he walks away.
Dajor soloed the Dragon off screen there. Such a long fight. Walks up with no flash. He's going to get the cage around them. They're going to get hooked. They're going to get knocked up. And Xerxe now looking for some information. This Baron will go down really quickly with Veigar and Yone on top of it. I think it's going to be gone before Shlatan can get in range. His flash is coming up in a second though.
Yeah, it's already gone. Down to 1,000, secured, smited. TP comes in from Irrelevant and Misfits might look for a fight. Might feel like it's their last hope. Irrelevant jumps in, Event Horizon goes down and Misfits really can't find too much. Xerxe, the only one caught out here, but Shlatan had to jump across the wall to do so. JeongHoon does have the deathing below, but it looks like Astralis actually may just want to disengage. JeongHoon thinking other of it. Perhaps has a different plan in mind. The hook hits onto Mersa. Oh, good stopwatch from Shlatan, but now he's not in the best of situations. Dale looking for the jump across the wall, does have the fate seal. They're going to Mersa first. Counter-strike by Irrelevant, but he only stuns the 2 tanks, and that's not really what you're looking for. Vetheo stolen death from below, so if Astralis do fall low, he will be able to secure those kills, but the face seal will find him. Dale dashing, Immortal Shield both dashing away to survive once again. Dashes back, Shlatan takes him. Vetheo, Shlatan, and Neon have to walk away wounded though, as Astralis continue on the chase. And the unstoppable onslaught meets Vetheo. Decimating smash stopped with that watch, but he can only watch as he dies afterwards. Kobbe unstoppable, 717 on the Veigar.
Astralis now just running away.
Pushes in the top, doesn't have the TP to join his team.
Might get an objective bounty though, but he needs to make sure his base doesn't die. Astralis going to get the first inhibitor. They could push on. They have double cannon here if they just want to use the cage to try and hit the tower, but no, they're going to move towards mid. Xerxe's going to base and catch top to make sure Irrelevant can't push for any inhib towers. He has TP to rejoin. Irrelevant doesn't, so he could force a 5v4.
Yeah, all it takes is a hook, right? Because Xerxe has TP. And Irrelevant doesn't. Mersa's going to be the one hooked in. Everfrost used the thick skin coming out as well. There's the Cyclone. Mersa flashes away. Xerxe's going to jump out with the decoy as well. Misfits might look to re-engage. 2-man sleep. Vetheo going in. Death from below, a possibility. Xerxe trying to trade back in. There's the death from below, goes wide. But the shutdown still comes in. Dajor looking for a re-engage, can't find it. So Astralis have to walk away. Misfits able to find one, but they lose 2 inhibitors for it.
Kobbe is looking here. He has Predator up. No point risking the game. Xerxe just catching top. Maybe they could have forced 5v4, tried to push down to the Nexus, but taking 2 inhibs, getting yourself on Dragon Soul point, playing it slow, it's always the safest bet. Now, Kobbe has TP, so if they spot Irrelevant here, Kobbe can just TP on the ward behind him.
There's one down towards where the Hex Gate would be at that blue buff. Xerxe puts a ward over the wall as well as they're going to go for it.
Ghost.
Unstoppable onslaught. Irrelevant dodges to the side. No mana on him though.
You have no mana.
You got no mana, Irrelevant. You got nowhere to go. Slowed up. Event Horizon coming down. Hook's going to come in as well. Stuns him up. Primordial Burst. Almost half his HP. And the death from below will
stall it down, try to clear the wave out, or just fight them the second the tower dies. We'll see what option they go for, because if they lose this inhibitor, the game is pretty much over.
I think looking at it, the game may have been over in their minds a while ago. Astralis have just been dominant for the last 10 minutes or so, and they continue to be as they take the 3rd inhibitor of the game. JeongHoon having an absolute masterclass on this.
So they're just going to slow it down, and now Misfits realize, well, we now need to clear waves, so Astralis is going to start it up again. It's almost like a seesaw effect, and Vetheo is going to lose half his HP.
Holy! That's without his ultimate, by the way. Hook goes in as well. Mersa, Primordial Bursted. Does more damage the lower health your opponent is. Unstoppable onslaught coming in. Flash Hook will hit Mersa. Decimating Smash comes down as well, and Vizicsasci just buying time for the rest of his team. The super minions as well on the Nexus towers. Mersa Hook back once again. Death from below will mark his demise. And Misfits, even 3 players strong, can't work their way through Vizicsasci. Dajor TP down towards the bottom lane, and it's all done for the Nexus falling. You have to feel here for Astralis.
Definitely is. They're just going to buff up the super creeps. Nothing Misfits can really do. They can try themselves a fight. Shlatan flashes forwards.
Looking for the multi-man sleep, but he only lands it onto 2. JeongHoon still has the GA to come back. Dawn Shadow will find him. The minions doing so much work, and Irrelevant not. As Astralis will be able to lock this one down. Neon and Vetheo can only stand and watch as their Nexus falls for the 3rd time in 3 games.
Wow, this version of Astralis looks a hell of a lot different to previous iterations we've seen. 2 and 1 on the Super Week. Sitting pretty happy. Maybe they didn't have the hardest of schedules. Yes, they played against G2, were a little bit competitive, but this is definitely a different version of Astralis.
I mean, they got 3 wins in the entirety of spring, and they're already 2/3 of the way there. True. In 3 games. So I think this Astralis definitely revitalized coming into summer, and the addition of JeongHoon and Xerxe.